I know. Sorry, too much. Oh, it was so close, and then I forgot the air conditioning. Turn
on or off?
Oh, no. Turns on. Hello. Is it working?
Anyway, here
Oh,
we
yeah,
are.
there we go. I know. Cut to that. There you go. There she is.
Here we are, everyone. Welcome to Late Night Playset. Now to your host, Jay Ryan. Cut.
I assure you that was not rehearsed. That was the first time that ever happened. But, oh, look, thank you for being here on New Haircut Night.
New haircut for all of us.
Woo-wee! Oh, you too?
Well, no, I'm wearing a mustache, so
yeah.
it's the new look. I hope you guys like it.
That's part of a pizza box for anybody who doesn't know.
It was so good. That pizza was so good.
We have discovered a new
free advertising.
Pizza. You know, I hate those. Good evening. We'll do all the niceties in a second. Those BuzzFeed, you know, the lists of the things I can't stand that. I get suckered in most of the times.
Oh.
But there was one that was let me get the scoreboard out of here. I think we're done with the countdown, right?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. There will be no competitions this evening. None. This is only an exhibition. That was not an intended joke. And this one was we tried 12 of the most popular frozen pizzas and ranked them and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And this was the best. It's called the Screaming Sicilian, and it's available through Amazon. You can probably get it in the grocery store.
I came so close to screaming just there because it just sounded like a good time to scream, but I thought, you know what? It's a little intense.
I'm not going to say I'm glad you didn't, but I'm, you know.
You're glad.
Yeah. Well, I'm just settling in myself. It's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been a year. I don't need to tell you. You've got your own issues.
You know, Rosie decided to rip her nail out of her foot last night, so that was fun.
It's a aging dog. What kind of dog?
She's a Shih Tzu, and she's very cute.
Piece of Shih Tzu.
She's a little piece of Shih Tzu, and she's always licking at her feet, you know, as dogs do, I guess. So I was yelling at her, and then all of a sudden I see a pool of blood. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, and it was, of course, after hours. I have a friend who owns vet clinics. She couldn't do this 2 hours before?
Oh,
No. So we had to deal with emergency room
price.
stuff. Yeah, full price emergency room. Oh, boy.
I'm sorry. Let's see. We've got some comments here already. Jared Fadley says, Los Locos en la Laca. Yeah, that's true. That's us. Crazy in la... Loco en la Cabeza, myself.
CC.
Hey, what's up? Oh, you are here, but I don't see you in the room here. Have you? I sent you a link, Richard. Did you get it? I sent you a link on your iPhone. So he'll probably join us in a second. That's good to know he's here. I just said to our producer, I'm not sure he's here. Oregonian Dave, SC40 for the win. Yeah, it's going to be an Astoria night. Hello, how could you tell? Wearing my favorite shirt. Speaking of which, guys, I'm Robbie Retro. Guys. Astoria friends, Oregonian Dave, and Oregonian Dave, who is Dave from the jail and the museum, and then Richard, our guest tonight, both live in Astoria. I need another one of these shirts. I bought 2. I somehow lost one, and I'm wearing this one out. So I need another shirt. I bought them originally at the Video Horizons when it was. What are you doing over there? She's trying to sneak a snack.
I'm sneaking a snack. I'm trying to do it quietly. I don't know which one is my mic, so I couldn't lower it. Whatever, y'all. It's the fun show. Wait, hang on.
Oh, Luigi! Everything is forgiven.
Everything should go to be all right.
Oh, yeah. It's funny that I would shave this. And you would grow yours.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to balance everything out.
It comes, it goes.
Even Steven.
Let's see if this is even good. This might be absolute shit.
What do I do, says Richard. Oh. Well, you're going to eat it with the mustache on. She's multi-talented.
Oh, that's good.
Woo, says Richard Bates. I've got music practice, so I can't stay, but I'll watch the replay tomorrow in the office. Much love to everyone. Thanks, Jared. Thanks for tuning in, even briefly. Sorry we were late. You missed the first couple minutes because she wasn't here and I wasn't ready. So.
I was on
and I'm trying to loosen up. I'm trying to loosen up in my life in general, and definitely with the show, because I don't need to tell you, but the old days with Nicole, she used to try to run a really tight ship, and we're doing television, and I was committed to that for her and myself. What's the consensus? How is whatever you're eating?
This bar is so good. I got distracted for a second because this thing it's a protein bar. I got it for free at Creative Mornings. It's G2G protein bar.
G2G. What is that?
It's delightful. I don't know. It's got to go. But got to go inside me. I don't know.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's where I thought all of this was going.
Well, anyway.
Richard's still trying to figure it out. Richard, I sent a text to your phone. I can email it to you as well, but it's got the link for tonight for how you join the Surfer Girl Loves the Mustache.
Fits quite well, I gotta say. It really sticks up there.
Yeah, it's good pizza and good costuming. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they really do. And that's really what you want from your pizza. You really want your pizzeria to also be a good wardrobe house, costume house.
Richard is late, but here. So I may as well tell you what tonight's all about. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to, again, new haircut and shave night. You remember the story with the shave, right? I haven't been clean shaven with a razor since 2010. Christmas of 2010 was the last time, because my late wife, who was very alive at the time, we just started dating, bought me one of those buzzers because she showed a picture to her friend's daughter of her new boyfriend. And the response from a 5 or 6 year old was, "He's way too young for you." So my wife then bought me one of those buzzers. But I don't think me looking too young is a problem anymore. With this face, with this white, with this gray, I think my age is quite apparent now. So what I did was I took the thing off the thing. I found a middle ground. For weeks I've been saying.
You had that 5 o'clock shadow.
For weeks.
5 at 5 o'clock shadow.
For weeks I've been saying, this is the week I'm just gonna shave it off for the first time in 15 years. And I guess this is the closest, but I still haven't really done it. I wussed out.
It's a big step. I gotta tell you, my dad
took the clip off, and I just buzzed to nothing, to whatever that is. But obviously it's still here.
Oh, you did go to nothing.
Well, yeah, but I didn't do it with a razor.
Okay.
Exactly.
So not like clean.
No, like they would do your haircut with the, in the back for edging and stuff like that. I just did that. In fact, I cut myself here and I cut myself right here with that thing.
My dad had a full beard. Full beard like Steven Spielberg in the 80s. He actually looked like the dark Steven Spielberg. It was a joke. But anyway, full he was the brown Steven Spielberg.
I know.
That's hilarious.
Brown, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you meant tonally.
No, like brown. No, well, he's quite light, actually. Steven would probably be the darker of the two. But anyway, he had a full beard, full everything, mustache, beard,
I hear
the whole
our buddy.
thing.
Sounds
Great.
like
You can deal with that, and I'll tell them the story.
Okay.
And eventually, at some point, he just shaved it all off in my 20s for the first time ever seeing him. So,
you
guys,
told me to deal with this.
I got to tell you guys, you did. And he's there. He's here.
I see.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's a lot when you guys go from everything to nothing all at once. So I appreciate the step stool is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what? I did do that. And that was a her thing, too.
Yeah. You can't
That was
shock us like that. You guys look different.
No, that was another reason for it, was that I looked, so I was never one of those shave every day kind of guys. I was a shave like once a week, let it stubble out, shave. So that was a dramatic change. It's the same as somebody like getting a haircut and not getting a haircut. And she used to not like that. So I would cut my own hair almost every day so that it always kind of looked the same. It's not very good, so it always looks sloppy. But it also looks like I'm constantly between a haircut, when the truth is I cut it a couple times a week. And that was a her thing, too. It was a her thing.
Yeah.
I think she really wanted to date like a famous person who just would be kept up, like on the set all the time.
Well,
and she definitely wanted to rep one.
She had expectations of you, sir.
She did. She did. I didn't. I didn't. Kept telling her, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm afraid of it.
Well, and you met in the middle. You made a good pair.
Yeah, thanks for that. Think about her all the time, obviously. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so
yeah.
Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. Our guest, who has just joined us, but he's gone dark. Oh, he left.
He went to go shave.
One of those nights. Right, maybe he did. Our guest tonight is Mr. Richard Bates. Richard Bates is not really a famous name, but he is known throughout the community, certainly among us nerd-friendly community, as the owner of the Short Circuit House. He's a big, I don't know how to say, what would you say, an important community member? How do you call somebody? He's a staple of the community.
Yeah, there you go.
Up in Astoria, and is definitely very integral in my story with Astoria. And it wasn't until I said that out loud yesterday that I heard that for the first time. Astoria.
Ah.
I know. I was on the phone with my friend Richard. Anyway, he's here. You can see him now.
There he is.
And then if you turn your phone sideways, you'll get the whole thing. But if you're trying to hide what you're around, that's okay too.
No, second,
I don't hear him in the cans.
You won't.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Oh, look at you.
Hey.
Buddy, you. I had so... All right, so everybody, this is Richard Bates. He owns the Short Circuit House. He's a big proponent of this Short Circuit 40th anniversary we're going to talk about tonight. But he's also a really, really good personal friend of mine, someone I love and care for a great deal. And I'm so excited that I got to see you the other day, even though it was for a sad reason, the Adam the Woo Memorial. I'm so excited that this isn't the first time in 6 months, like I saw you just a week ago. And I guess we'll probably talk about all that too. So now I'm going to shut up and say, what do you want to talk about? Hi, buddy.
can't see your face, but
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's do that. We'll tile it up. I love doing the Brady Bunch. I always forget. I forget we can do this. And then we'll throw Ariel in there too. Somehow. How's this?
Booyah!
Is that more comfortable?
it was
Magic.
great. Even under the Adam there, and
Uh-oh.
Not coming out of great time.
That's rough.
Your picture is perfect, but your audio is cutting in and out. It's usually the other way around. You look very handsome, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I don't hear him at all. I wonder if it can't be us, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
It might be
okay.
his.
Well,
It's-
I'll go to
it's
a
been
couple
a day,
comments.
I'll tell ya.
Jonathan Marager, future guest. He was booked, and then just life happens, and some family stuff came up, and you're going to be here soon, I hope. Would love to have you in here soon. Also, I love you. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a long time. That's John Marager from the Forest Service.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, that's you. You've already said hello. Aw, appreciate you. Hey, there's Daryl. What's up, buddy? Thinking about you the other day when I was hanging with Bayman and Liz. Thinking about both of you, actually. And then I met Daryl because of Richard, too. So this is all.
Cute.
What a circle here. What a circle. Hey, Jay, can't wait to see you and Richard again in Astoria, says Jason Music. Awesome. I'm so glad so many people are going to come again. Want to try again, Rich?
Yeah, how's my audio?
A little bit better. Do you have earbuds? Maybe some earbuds?
I couldn't hear him.
You?
It's like when you start talking, we hear it for a second, and then
Yeah.
it cuts out. We hear like the first word.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have earbuds?
Like, would that help?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it might help.
probably because of the mic.
Sometimes it helps.
How's that? Is that better?
Oh my gosh, it's night and day.
boy. This
Well,
is-
your picture went out, but there it is. It's back.
No, it's back. We're back.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's night and day. Man.
There we go.
Thank you.
This is why I'm here.
See, we just got produced. Ooh, you've been produced.
You've been produced.
In your face. Anyway, now here is my buddy Rich. I hope you heard I said a lot of nice things about you.
You always do, Jay. I love you. Thanks for having me on the podcast. And it was great to see you down at the Memorial of all places. Still good to see friends and hang out, do the Back to the Future parking lot thing, and take a little ride in the yellow car. It was great to see you again.
Oh, man. Yeah, same here. My only bummer for all of that was I did it wrong. I budgeted Saturday and Sunday for all of that when I should have budgeted Sunday and Monday. Because I have major FOMO for what, your guys' day on Monday, all hanging out together up in Pasadena doing the Teen Wolf stuff. It's not even like a movie I have a huge love for. It's just to hang out with everybody another day would have been so great.
Yeah, it was amazing to see that happen for the first time in 40 years with such a cult classic as Teen Wolf is, arguably a big classic too. So that was rad. Robbie was doing his thing as Michael J. Fox. I think he should become a professional Michael J. Fox impersonator. Good.
I support that. And he does live near Orlando, where they probably have one employed.
Yes.
Get out there busking on the street, man.
I know. He's got such a great
street busking
life.
Teen Wolf.
It's so funny. It's Robbie's like right in the middle there because he's got such a beautiful family life that he wouldn't change. He's an educator, he's a teacher, and I can't see him leaving that to go be, but he could easily be one of those personalities.
Yeah.
He's so electric.
What a dream to do both.
Yeah. In fact, I wouldn't have met Robbie if it wasn't for Rich either. Look at this, the tie that binds.
Yep. Yeah, the house has brought a lot of people together. I met you at the house about 2 years ago, just stopping by, seeing what Astoria was about. And I met Adam through the house and Robbie and a lot of beautiful people that are a really big part of my life these days. So it's definitely a blessing and really happy that I get to do this and do something for Astoria and the movies of the town this summer.
When I think of that first trip, it's so odd to me because my perspective is Short Circuit wasn't on my radar. I was just driving through Astoria for the day to get a couple photos on my own of the places that I could identify and knew about. And then, somebody who knew me from the Ghostbusters community, Kip, reaches out saying, "Hey, I live here now. Why don't you hit me up when you come through town?" I was like, "Okay, we'll meet at the museum. I'm going to be there anyway. Public place." I'm just kidding.
I didn't know that's how you knew Kip, through Ghostbuster stuff.
Met Kip through Ghostbusters stuff, and I didn't meet him. I met him in Astoria at this jail, but he knew me, I guess, through Ghostbusters stuff because he also, I'm the old generation and he's the younger new generation. And then so he says, "Let me meet at the jail." So and then I meet Dave, Oregonian Dave, and then they both know Rich. So they're both now hitting up Rich saying, "Oh, well, why don't you go to the Short Circuit house? We know the owner. We'll get you over there." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that sounds great." I don't even know if I knew that Short Circuit was shot in Astoria. And these guys all hooked it up. And then we went over to Rich's house, the most hospitable man in town, period.
Too kind.
I am sorry. Maybe you were extra nice to me, but then I watched you be the exact same way with everyone else.
I wasn't.
I just watch you.
I
watch you be that way.
It comes with the house. Everybody loves the house and feels a certain way about it before they even know me, and I just try to pass that along to people and give them a little bit of time, to let them have their connection with the house as they see it too.
Well, yeah, so maybe that's part of it was I came there not expecting anything, and then I connected with both, you and the house, separately. I guess together, but also separately. Because, like, we're talking about Short Circuit tonight and the anniversary, but when I think of you as my friend, it's not like I don't know, that's not of value to me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, absolutely, man. we bonded right off the bat. I was just so happy to see how you were handling everything in your life, and I felt it was inspirational, and we just connected on a really basic, good human level, and I'm always grateful for that. And that's why we're having fun with all this stuff today, and I'm glad you're here, part of the town and the house and everything. It's going to be a good weekend.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I forgot. Yeah, that's part of what makes it. Yeah, I met all of them.
Right at that time.
That was the trip immediately after she died. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite,
quite
a time.
I met them when I was raw as hell, and they still accepted me. You know, maybe that's perhaps why I'm so drawn and attached. But all right, so let's maybe tell the story here. We'll get into the anniversary and everything. But I mean, why are you even involved? How did you get to own this house? What's the story there, or as much of it as you want to tell? And for how long?
Yeah, so, okay, it does take a little bit. But basically, we had the movie recorded off of VHS, so it was one of those that I just watched, 1,000 times like you do when you're at that age.
Yeah.
And then when I was 10 years old, my family was taking a trip out here, and we probably come to Astoria about every year as a family. And one time we came up here and went up Hume, the big steep road that the house exists on, and I realized where I was. I was about 10 years old, and I was like, I know that deck, this is a short circuit house. So it left a big impression on me, because as I had watched the house growing up, not only did I like the movie, but I remember my child brain would just go, wow, look at that boat back there. Or, man, that'd be so fun to go down the spiral. So it kind of locked in my head. And then just as an adult, I would come and see the house every few years. And back in 2018, I came out here with my girlfriend and seen the house and just went, oh my gosh, Amy, you could put an action figure museum in here and fix it up to look like the movie. And, wouldn't that be cool? Some lucky guy. And that's about all I thought about it at the time. I had a bunch of things going on in my life. And about a year and a half later, I was employed by the railroad, so you spend a lot of time on the road, and being in that grind, you can find yourself questioning life. It's very self. What am I doing? And
I never thought about it. Life on the railroad is existentialism, huh?
Well, the working grind is, and or just being a human and with all the responsibilities we have can feel a little bit crushing at times. And I just found myself in one of these moments of reflection, and happened to be going through my phone and seeing the picture I took in front of the house with my dog Charlie, and it just hit me, and I just stood right up and go, oh my God, that's it. I'm gonna get this house and fix it up. I'm gonna save all my money, talk to the owner, and maybe like 5 years I'll have that house. One of those things. And I just kind of walked around this town for the next 2 hours just pondering this. Oh my God, like it just felt like it was going to work. It's like I could just see 10 years, just all downloaded. And I called my friend Bob, and I was like, dude, I got the best idea ever. I'm going to get this house. I'm going to just bug the owners, make sure I get it, do all this stuff. And, kind of just a 5-year plan sort of thing. And then I hang up the phone with him, and he calls me back, goes, dude, the house is for sale. It's like well, he didn't tell me how much it was at first, but he goes, the house is for sale. And I'm just like, oh, it's probably $1 million, or, oh, it's sold. And he's like, no, it's for sale for like $330,000. And it didn't sell over the summer. Like it's, you could possibly buy it. So.
Whoa.
I know this is 2018 he's talking about, but I'm hearing those numbers and I want to throw up because of what everything is today.
Dude, you can't even get an apartment for that much here. Are you kidding?
Oh, $1 million around here, yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, we're
LA people, so we're lamenting over here.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Don't get us started on gasoline.
Which I imagine.
The funny thing about the house is it was for sale for almost a year and nobody bid on it. And I heard, so I get this idea to buy the house, tell my buddy, and like I said, he calls me back and says, dude, it's for sale. And this is a Saturday night. And I was so determined, I woke up Sunday and just called every mortgage broker, real estate agent I could, knowing it's Sunday, it's not going to go very far. And then Sunday night, it was midnight, I'm laying in bed, can't go to sleep thinking about this house. And I got to wake up 4 a.m. and I just gazing off at the the alarm clock on the nightstand, and it flips to midnight, and this voice in my head literally goes, if you don't get that house, it's not going to be because you didn't try. And I just
Oh.
automatically picked up my phone, text my boss, can't make it in. So I spent that Monday just talking to any real estate agent, anybody that could, help me get this thing. And make a long story a little bit shorter. It closed on the house 45 days later. It had the keys on Thanksgiving.
Holy
And
moly.
Meant to be.
yes,
Yeah.
and I spent the next year painting a section of the house every weekend. I drive back from the railroad and do a section of the original paint color. And then after about a year of doing that and being in the thick of COVID, it was kind of like, this thing's taken on a life of its own. I don't think I'm going to go into work. All I got to do is make this mortgage. I just got to work hard as I can to make this mortgage, learn to live the fight another day. And I quit my job and just dove into it. And the last 5 years has been a progression of getting an Airbnb running to perpetuate everything else I want to do that involves the movie and goals and aspirations I have, with the town, and getting this film museum built. And so that brings me here today.
Wow.
Damn, man.
What a story.
Right?
Just getting that
Meant to be.
feeling and like, what did it feel
Well,
like?
chasing it from a kid too, like liking the movie, visiting it with his parents,
Yeah.
seeing it, that leaves an impression.
It's like what's meant to be, right? And so
yeah.
that's why I'm curious, what did it feel like for you when that idea came to you? Like, did it feel like there was a sense of ease in the wanting, or there was a sense of like chasing once you kind of figured it out? Like, what was that experience like?
Honestly, like when it first hit me, and I'm like, that's it, I'm going to get the short circuit. I saw that picture and I shot up. It was the sense of like excitement with a lot of anxiety. Well, I'll say a lot of anxiety, but basically the feeling of excitement, knowing like, this is my house. I already seen like, it just like down, I knew it was mine. I knew it was going to happen. And like, I'm kind of somewhat pessimistic, but I kind of feel like 10 years of my life was just like downloaded. I seen it all at one time. I know it sounds crazy or whatever, but it was more just like, hey, this is mine. I just got to make sure that this lands in my lap, but I know this is mine. I seen it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
But so, that's kind of the energy I work forward in, is just looking at the big payoff, let's say like the journey type thing. It sounds corny, but like, because when you sacrifice maybe some things, like, I make less money now, but when you sacrifice some of those things and look at longer term things, they seem to pay off like deeper and more well-rounded. So it's just kind of like shifting your payout.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree with that, man.
Yeah. Quality of life is important.
Yeah.
You can be making a lot of money and have a terrible life, and that matters.
Yeah, also this
Yeah.
believing in the bigger vision of
Yeah.
this will all pay off bigger later.
Yeah.
I believe in that. You've been working towards that for so long, and we'll get into some of, what we're talking about. But, some of the things that are happening in June, once again, were, crazy ideas when you were talking to me late at night, in Astoria. And now they're happening, and that's very familiar to me because a year ago that's what happened with Bayman. He's telling me this crazy idea about the Goonies house, and then 6 months later we're all there, actually celebrating what he achieved that we all thought was impossible.
Manifest just means to make real.
That's it. So there's something about either this town or the driven people who live there. But Rich kind of is doing the same thing, and I would argue that it's actually harder because Short Circuit, while I love it and everyone has a feeling for it, it's not as well known or as popular internationally as Goonies is. Actually, I would maybe not internationally. Probably Johnny Five does pretty well, I would imagine. Do you know about that, Rich? Like internationally?
Yeah, they love him. He's big in Japan. I think the UK has the biggest fan base. It was actually a holiday movie there, so they kind of have a different relationship with it.
Sure.
And then my friend and colleague Zay, who's helped me bring some of this to life, she is also from the UK, so she has a fondness for it too.
Oh, that's good.
That's cute.
And so it's a lot of people making it work together and just keeping the Johnny Five is just an amazing character, and he has his own spot in film history. A lot of engineering. For Sid Mead being a futurist, there's like this real cool practical application, and then he's cartoony kind of too.
Yeah.
And
Well said.
he also has a long
I think that's why
legacy
Wally
with-
works so well. Wally kind
Yeah.
of stole a lot of Short Circuit.
Yeah,
Johnny
Wally.
Five.
Wally
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, it's a cartoon version of Short Circuit." I mean, I loved Johnny Five. I love that movie. That was one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing puppeteers that had a hand in bringing him to life. Other than Tim, the voice and puppeteer, the godfather, you could say, of like modern day puppetry and effects, maybe even is Tony Urbano.
Oh yeah.
He was he mentored Jim Henson and Frank Oz, and started out from marionettes. He's done everything from marionette shows back in the 50s to being the marionette operator on Team America with Matt and Trey
Fun.
from South Park. So really varied career, and they've all made a big dent in Hollywood and how we look at it today, I feel.
Well, the
really-
references you just made, like the personification of the Muppets is so good. The personification in Johnny Five is so good. The mannerisms, like you
Yeah.
believe he's alive, and that's the idea. It's very well applied. Kudos to the whole team.
Yeah, with very minimal motion, but they maximized all those for maximum emotional appeal and communication. So that's what's cool about Johnny Five too, is he's complicated, but he's very simplistic, but very effective. And yeah.
Relatable. Really
You
relatable.
can turn it off. I don't know why. I'm sorry, she's cold. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I turned it up. You can.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
I will, but thank you. Thank
Sure.
you. Jay's always taking care of me because I'm always very cold, so he takes care of my body temperature.
Yeah,
It was
you-
always the
you
opposite.
need a
Nicole
sweater
always
here.
ran hot because of
Yeah.
her situation.
Yeah.
So it was always like a hospital in here. I was like 2 shirts and a
Yeah.
sweatshirt,
I always came ready to be bundled in here.
Yeah, and even now that it's like, a couple degrees warmer because I don't care anymore. I'm fine and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I can exist. Yeah, I don't know.
Temperature sidebar.
Sorry. Yeah, it's the tangent show. Sorry, Rich. Well, here, let's get through
Yeah,
these
get to the
comments. See here,
comments.
John Roger, same here on the facial hair. Jay, oh, that's funny because Jason Music just said, I shaved my beard and went from a full beard down to a creeper stash. My wife didn't appreciate it. Hi, Dave, says Daryl Boggs. Thanks for hanging in here, you guys. And Dave says, hi, Daryl, back. This is fun. We're just going through other people's. Aloha, Jay, Gunner Mensch on the Big Island. Gunner, you got the Kilaueas erupting again, huh? You got some crazy action over there, and I guess the lava flow isn't going the normal way. What's happening on the Big Island?
That does not sound like a good sentence.
I know. And Sean's there, too, obviously. John
Yeah.
Maraja, yes, sir. All right. Dustin says, hello, Ariel, Richard, and Jay Ryan. Hello, Dustin. John Maraja, love you, brother. All right. So, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Just getting through. Hey, bozos, now you're talking short.
Yeah.
Oh, so here we go. Or is this you, Rich? Are you looking in on the other side?
Yeah, that's right. That's some other bozo. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So that's the actual. So that must be Zay then.
Yeah, that's Zay.
Awesome. Speak of the devil. So you want to get into this? What is What are the festivities? How did this come to be? Where do you want to start?
Yeah, so the Short Circuit 40th. Well, we are obviously it is to celebrate. It's to celebrate the movie. We're having Ali Sheedy, Steve Gutenberg, the cast, the writers, a lot of creatives behind the scenes, and it is to shed a light on this cult classic that is a classic, and give it its due and have fun with all things Johnny Five and the movie related.
And you're not just having the living stars, you're having some of the animated living stars, right?
Yes, we are having Texas Johnny Five and Nottingham Johnny Five. It's Sean Fuchs out of Texas and Ryan Howard and his famous Johnny Five out of Nottingham, England. And those will be voiced by new dialogue by Tim Blaney. And yes, their Johnny Fives do not disappoint. They got AI and everything they're far more sophisticated than the original Johnny Five, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
do
be
believe it.
amazing.
I think Furbies probably were, right?
Probably.
Wasn't that the
Yeah.
first toy with the
Yeah.
AI?
Oh God, they were so weird.
Yeah.
Furbies.
I know. I'm old. Go
But
ahead.
yes, so also, it's not just about the short circuit thing. We are doing this Goonies weekend as an effort to bring more of all us Oregon's films into the loop. We have an appearance by Jason James Richter from Free Willy, which is another beloved
Aw.
Astoria film.
The kid from
And
Free
we'll
Love
Willy.
that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, there should be an event or it's something there possibly at the Free Willy House. We're gonna have Goonies stuff, and the whole overall scope of the thing is to bring more attention to the Oregon Film Museum on this new expansion that the museum's working towards. That is right across from the jail. Bayman and the Goonies House did their part last year, and I'm going to do mine from here on out. So it's very exciting for the town and all things considered for Oregon movies.
You touched on something that I'm very, very excited about. Can we talk a little bit about the existing and then the future Oregon Film Museum? Because it's a neat idea currently, and it exists in the actual jail from Goonies. But the idea, and they've been fundraising for a while here, so I guess it's more than an idea, but what's happening is that they're going to build a brand new building to then house a much larger exhibit. I mean, what would you even call the space? Because it's going to be an event space. You've got huge plans.
Yeah, so we're looking at a 8,000 square foot film museum, which will be 12 times bigger than the current museum, and we will have multimedia rooms, educational stuff for all aspects of film, and some meeting areas for smaller workshops and maybe even Comic-Con type mini appearances in the future. And we're making some really good contacts with Sony and the archives for all things Johnny Five, and opening that world for potentially some big exhibits in the future.
Excellent. Oh, sorry.
I'm looking at the website. This looks amazing.
It's going to be really fun.
God,
It's going to be really fun.
And activities. And I put the link in the chat so everyone can also take a look and get tickets if you want to get tickets.
Tickets are available now.
They are
Buy
available
your tickets
now. Oh my God. You guys have so much stuff going on. It looks, you're going to have such a great time. I have a wedding, so I can't go. And now I'm bummed, but...
Yeah, we're using the event to, showcase all those different aspects. Having S.S. Wilson, the writer from Short Circuit, Tremors, Batteries Not Included, lots of other properties, do a writer's workshop. We're going to have Tim and Eric Allard on a panel about the robot, so we can touch on robotics and some of the creature effects elements that are in Short Circuit. And then, obviously panels with Allie and Steve and the cast, some of the extras. And so we can flesh out all these amazing aspects of film that people might want to see themselves get into or learn more about. So we're taking a learning / just total geek out on every aspect of filmmaking as much as we can.
You're really burying the lead, I got to tell you.
There's
something big y'all are doing. An 80s prom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they I'm not going to make you say this, so I'll take care of it as an attendee. The 80s prom, they tried it for the Goonies, and it didn't quite work out. There were a few snafus, a few things went wrong. It didn't quite happen. I have a feeling because of that, everyone is not only extra looking forward to this one, but it's like everyone's going to be doubly sure that this one goes off without a hitch. The 80s prom is the place to be. Buy your tickets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trust me, it's just going to be awesome.
Prom king and queen costume contest.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Then and now, this looks great.
Yeah, the Goonies prom I heard was really fun. They just didn't have the right DJ, but everybody had a great time, and
everybody made the best of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this year we got the Clatsop College gym. It's a beautiful new gym. We got a great DJ Snake Eyes, my buddy Phil, and we're gonna have it all decorated out, and cosplay and 80, you could even wear your what you wore to the prom in the 80s to this prom.
I
Oh,
love
cool.
this.
There were
Yeah.
a lot of people dressed up last time. It was like tuxedos and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
It was pretty impressive, yeah.
Give people a chance to
Yeah.
get dressed up and get in costume and, taps into our creativity and taps into our nostalgia and our childhood and our playfulness. It's so fun. It's so good. We need more opportunities like this.
I don't think I have it loaded up. Adam the Woo and Justin and BC Dole, we were all walking down the street and we passed the two guys from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
In the
yeah,
in the
yeah.
pastel tuxedos, the orange and the blue
Yes.
tuxedos.
That's
Put
a
another
good
shrimp on the
costume, too.
barbie, and they
Yep.
were on their way over to the prom. Yeah.
Yep, that's
Very
great.
cool.
Good
Very
call.
cool. Even though that's a '90s movie, they get a total
Still,
pass.
yeah.
Total pass.
Still great.
What are you most looking forward to when it comes to this event? And don't say it being over. I know you got a lot on your plate.
Think for a second. Wow. It is a lot to take in. I'm just excited to meet some of these people that I like from not just Short Circuit, but other movies, and also finding out that I like what I know of some of these people personally, that I like them as people, which is always good to know too. I'm really just looking for. I've never seen a Johnny Five in person, so that's probably going to blow my mind. Just
Oh,
seeing-
whoa.
how that
How
all
does the
goes
owner of the
down.
Short Circuit House having never... This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
what this
well,
is going to blow. This whole week is going to blow your mind.
Yeah, the whole week's just going to blow my mind. I don't think I'll be able to enjoy it or experience it till probably 2 weeks later, because
Yeah.
I'm kind of going to be working, but
There will be enough
I mean,
YouTubers
that-
there that we'll all capture it.
Yep.
And then you can just watch the videos a week later.
yeah, I think there'll be several angles of my face I don't want to see on camera that day, I'm sure. But yeah, having Allie at the house is just going to be one of those moments that how do you wrap your head around that? Just be cool to see and observe and watch people enjoy the moment with me. It's just going to be amazing. So yeah.
I hear you, man. She's basically Hollywood royalty as far as I'm concerned, just being in that Brat Pack, like from those movies from
she's
the
a
80s
true
and 90s.
icon.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, man, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for
Same.
you. Do you want to tell the story about
Anytime.
how this all came together, or does that not even matter? Because to me, it's sort of like you getting the house. You know what I mean? You just have this idea, and then you sort of decided it was going to happen.
I'll tell you, it came together in 5 different, I had markers that I knew I needed to hit the next thing. It was kind of just riding the momentum of the thing. A big thing in getting it done was getting the Airbnb going, so I could have time to put to the other aspect of it, slowly branding it and getting like the day-to-day workable things out, but then getting it out there enough for people to see. The Goonies 40th was a big thing too, because I knew that I had set the house up to be used in a way with it where I would get to show the people that needed to see what I was doing and put it in their own words by seeing what I'm doing.
Well, you also, I mean, you put your house, forgive me for jumping in here, but like you had Mark Marshall and Kathleen stay at your house. I mean, you sort of contributed that to the cause, which was hugely beneficial. And then a lot of different productions used your house for a shooting, as a filming location that week.
It's been one day at a time, one meeting at a time, even honestly, just winning people over one by one that come up to see the house, just being happy to see them. If I can, and I look at it this anyway, anyone who's going to walk up the hill to see my house, if I see them, I'm going to take the time to let them come up on the deck or something,
Wow.
just
That's
so,
amazing. I think that says more about you than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we own a house like this. It's not really yours per se, like you are a custodian for the way a lot of people feel about it.
Yeah.
And they bring that with them, like it or not.
Have you ever seen this is a question to Ariel or the viewers at home, have you ever seen the movie A House From? It's a documentary.
No.
The House From is a movie about movie houses and what it's like to live with and around and in movie houses or famous houses. And Richard's in that documentary as well as his house, as well as many other friends of ours and their houses. But, you know, one of the things they cover in that is the woman from the Breaking Bad house in Albuquerque, who is, I believe it's up for sale now, and she won't be there much longer. But, you know, sort of she took the opposite approach. I think she was probably nice at first, and then, you know, one too many pizzas on your roof, and you just snap, and then she went hardcore, the opposite of what you're saying you do. Does that thought ever factor in? Because then people then hate her, and then she's all over the internet as a villain, when she was really just trying to live her life in the first place, and then snapped.
You're always on, you know, like pretty much as soon as. Sorry, I'm not explaining. Yeah, you're always on. Everybody's got a camera, you know. They catch you in one bad time, you're taking out the trash and they're live streaming, and you know, something like that, which has happened a couple times. They were fine, but you run into those things like, hey, can I interview you real quick or something? And you're sitting there like looking like crap, just woke up, and you don't want to be rude, but the camera's already going, so you know you're like kind of captive.
Stuck, yeah, for sure.
I don't know. It's weird, but it's fun. I love every eccentricity of it. You know, it's all learning experience, basically.
Yeah. Well, you knew what you were signing up for. I think to have an expectation that you're not gonna have to deal with that.
No, you're right, but you're right.
It's the same
of course,
thing as being a celebrity. The house is a celebrity.
So it is, and I had this conversation with Bayman just last night because I said, Did you ever want to be famous, or did you know that you were going to be famous the moment you bought this house? Because you're right. Being in LA, we know, like, a location is like a celebrity. Yeah. But that's not why Bayman bought his, and that's not why Richard bought his.
Sure. It just comes with the territory. It's not why actors become actors in most cases.
Correct.
It just comes with the territory.
Right, but some people don't think about it.
Yeah.
And then they're faced with it, and that's why some actors don't stay actors. They do a couple movies, and they go, not for me, I'm going to move into the woods.
Well, and I think that there's also something to be said around privacy, too, and that, you know, you don't really owe people anything, but there is a balance in it. But I think, well, I mean, it's a little different.
You're right, but Richard's point is right, too.
With the house
the cameras are always rolling.
Exactly. Well, that's just the truth of it.
If you say one bad thing one time, that's the thing that'll get put out there.
Yeah, yeah. It's a delicate balance.
Yeah. So you kind of have to, like, it's almost like you got to have your face on every time you step out onto the front porch, you know, or take the garbage out, like you said, or feed the deer or whatever you're doing.
Or be willing to accept the consequences.
Well, it sounds like he does. It sounds like he does with a good attitude.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you knew what you were jumping into, and that's so important.
And, you know, to be fair, too, everybody's been pretty awesome. There's been a few times when people come out on the deck without asking, but, you know, it's pretty...
You would appreciate people not do that, correct? For future visitors?
Yeah.
Take the pictures you want from the street. Don't go past the fence kind of thing.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm very understanding because I came in 2011 and my girlfriend at the time had to talk me out of not hopping the fence and going out on the porch. Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, we all do. We all do. And especially in the Instagram, you know, TikTok world where everybody wants to get their shot.
Well, that's the balance that I'm talking about. It's like, you know, if you are going to be an actor, you know that there's a possibility that you could become famous and whatever. But that doesn't mean that people... You hope so, right?
Fingers crossed,
Well, not really. Well, anyway.
Success.
Point is successful. Yeah, point is, it does not give people the right to disrupt your dinner. Or touch you. I mean, no one can touch anybody regardless of fame without permission. But, like, you know, just because you own this...
But not everyone has manners.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, just because you own this house doesn't mean that people get to stand on your porch without your consent. But they could take a picture from far away. Like, there's that balance of, like...
Honestly, the best picture to match the movie is from as far as you can get away.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Oh, speaking of pictures from the movie, Rich, I showed you a couple things that... that came into my hands, which I will then put into your hands so that you can now have them for future use in the house, and then certainly for this anniversary. But through my work with the Knight Rider historians for some other projects that we know about, I also have some other archival stuff from the same company that did product placement, and the end result here is I have a bunch of behind the scenes, never before seen photos of them shooting Short Circuit.
Wow.
And a bunch of these are at Richard's house.
Oh.
So obviously these will, go to him and his collection for the house and people who stay there. But I have a feeling for the event we may figure out a way for these to be seen publicly as well someplace. And
Yeah.
I just want to, let's see, how the best way to do this is probably here, I think. Check this out.
Oh, what a nice
no
shot.
way.
That's a great
I've never
shot.
seen that one. Sorry, people.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Avon.
Oh, it's Nova.
Oh, no. Well, Nova, but for
Avon.
some reason, my head also went to Avon because of the times.
Well, you're right. And if it were an ambulance, it would be backwards. Oh, but the end.
The
Man, that
Avon.
almost works, but the end would be inverted.
Yeah.
So close. Yeah, there's so many cool ones of Rich's house. If you just look at the background, it's like, oh, they're all at the house.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow, I haven't seen that one yet.
No one has, apparently.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
there's a bunch of these, and they all will belong to Rich. Oh, here she is swinging the bat.
Oh, cool.
wow.
That's a
That's
shot.
so cool.
So, and then there's some when they're not shooting that Richard has seen, like just with the crew around, which is pretty cool. And so I'm just happy to be able to contribute in some way because these just sort of fell into my lap and could be beneficial to him.
Those are amazing, man. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
You know that one that you have there, it has Chris and R. Severson who owned the house when they were filming. And if you zoom in on it, you can see it says Alaska on the shirt, which is really cool
Oh, I got it.
because when John Badham was scouting this town to film this movie, the only place he wanted to film in the whole town was my house. So he actually flew out to Alaska to meet up with them and finalize the deal. So it's kind of cool. If it wasn't for this house specifically, he would have moved on to another town. Yeah, that's the
Wow.
one. And I believe that's Gary Foster, the producer, in the back there too. And I
These
love
are-
John Badham there. He looks like he had a long day of filming and he's tired of being rained on. Sounds like a story there.
Do you have a lot of behind the scenes photos? I mean, do a bunch exist?
Yeah, well, they're published now. John Badham came out with a book about 3 or 4 years ago that had some really good ones. And there are some in an old magazine, Cineflex magazine from the 80s that blown up some pictures from that. But a lot of stuff has been coming out recently with our work at the archives, and like you right there, that's so amazing you found those. So cool, thank you.
It's what a cool coincidence, right? That these would be from the Vista Group. This was a company that did product placement for studios and stuff back then. So like they got the Pontiacs, Trans Ams for Knight Rider, et cetera, stuff like that. And so these were just to show the promotional GMC trucks and things that were a Novos van.
Yeah.
The Nova van. And so that was their purpose. That's why these photos were taken. So they're not even of things that a on-set photographer would take pictures of. Pretty cool.
Yeah, they are cool. I like those.
Yeah, amazing.
I like the action shot of Allie with the bat.
Yeah, there's some great ones of Allie. Yeah, and Allie and Johnny Five. Anyway, let's still look at the comments. All right. Jason Music, Richard has the coolest 80s toy collection. He sure as heck does.
Do you have anything close?
It's pretty good. I know people with better toy collections, but it's up there, I must say.
Adam the Woo was pretty impressed when you brought out like the 10th bin of irreplaceable Star Wars unobtainium. We were all kind of like, we have to eat some food. Oh.
Adam was seeing stars and little birdies around his head after he saw that collection.
He was.
With that.
He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. That was awesome.
Yeah. And then Robbie got to hold my Karate Kid playset sealed. He loves that. He's a big Karate Kid guy.
He's a big everything guy.
Yeah, man.
I wish you
all
were
the
in Florida.
deep
You could have
cuts,
seen
guys.
his collection. You guys would have had a good time.
Yeah. Yep. He's got all the deep cuts and knowledge. It's pretty awesome.
That's one of the things that I think is cool about your house is it's sort of, they didn't shoot the interior of Short Circuit very much in his house, but all of the exteriors, obviously. So his interior, instead of trying to replicate something that doesn't exist, is more of like just a cool, hip place to hang out. But it's sort of a museum to not just Short Circuit, but sort of like 80s pop culture in general. And there is what he talked about before, like there's an action figure room, there's a collectible room, there's, all these behind the scenes production photos. So it's really neat stuff to see. I highly recommend if anybody's in the area to Airbnb that house if it's available. I'm guessing it's not available very often these days, Rich?
Yeah, not too much.
That's good.
And then I got to work on it when it's not, got to keep it going. So,
right.
But it's great. People love it so much. And it honestly just a joy to read how much people love it. And they have time to bond with their own families there and make their own memories. It's pretty cool.
Do you want to touch on what a role Adam the Woo played in that?
Oh yeah. So this 40th is a big part to Adam LaWoo just coming along, staying at my house a few years ago, and just doing the most gracious, beautiful, I don't know, like living postcard to my house or something. And like I like to say about Adam, or I've just thought about, was like the first time I met Adam in spirit. What I mean by that is I met Adam after he was gone,
Oh.
Because
no, after he was gone from visiting your house.
But still in this world, but he had left my house. And
Not in your
was
world.
kind of, yeah, it was
Just
kind of
clarifying,
so what was just really struck me about it was, usually at that point I'd meet all my guests. I wasn't feeling good that day, so I just Adam left without me meeting him, but he left me a message saying, "This is the best day ever. Hey, I'm sorry. I think I broke your Johnny 5, So I go up there and it's like this old rickety bootleg one. And I just like pop it back into position. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then it went back, it's not broken. And he left me a nice tip, best tip I've ever had. And the nicest thing, what an accolade from Adam to say, best experience ever. Thanks for keeping the legacy of Johnny 5 alive.
Aww.
Adam the Woo. And, up to that point, I've heard Adam's name come out, over the years, some crazy guy who broke into Disneyland or, these headlines type of relationship or understanding of Adam. And, so I go and I post a picture of his signature in the book just because it made me feel good. And, put it on social media, and it didn't take too long to find out that, Adam was like, Adam was a big deal, and everybody's like, oh my God, Adam was at your house. And before I could even process that, he was there, the video came out. And after watching it, I was just like so struck by how just like thoughtful he naturally was, and all the details that he knew that I worked on. And just like, he just had like such a knowledge, like I could tell he loved his craft, and he loved what he was doing, and he loved the house, and he just put it all in this beautiful little package that, really, man, it brought me to a point where I could focus on other things with the house, because he brought in a spotlight to it that it was off and running,
Put it on the map.
Yeah. So, and, to this day, 2-3 people a week stay here because of Adam, and it's just growing. So
That's
yeah, the house is great to have the Short Circuit house, and then to have this legacy from Adam that just did this, because he did this amazing thing for me, not knowing me, just knowing like he lives a life where he leaves goodwill.
Yeah.
And like what he leaves behind, even when he was alive day to day, is what Adam did and he wanted to do. So that's why I say that I met Adam in spirit the first time I met Adam, because I felt the same when he passed, with just this, immense feeling of gratitude to been associated, to know Adam for the brief time that I did and be touched by him, and just to be kind of left, a truly good example on how to live and proceed going forward. And that's why I love Adam, and I'm just amazed to be in his life, and have him, think of me highly too is a great honor. So
He loved you, dude. You were part of his circle of goodness here. He spoke incredibly
No.
highly of you when you weren't around.
yeah, I got to tell you too, Adam is great, and when you meet his parents, it's just so obvious why he was such a good person. So
I was there when you met his parents. How was that moment
yeah,
for you?
man. It was great. That's why I went down there. I just wanted to tell him, that I loved your son. I know he's done stuff for so many people. He definitely did something for me and my family and the people I care about. And we're going to put this event on in that spirit. And, I want them to be, guests of honor to partake in something I at least know Adam would love to have seen. And,
I thought that was very sweet of you to invite them. That surprised me. I thought that was very sweet of you to invite them to the event.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure that meant so much to them.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
Yes, to include them. Yes.
Oh yeah, and to feel like what I was saying with Nicole too, when her parents were here, like to feel a part of your child's life in a way that you probably wouldn't have access to if they were still here is something horrible circumstances, but like really special also. Like there's
Yeah.
just a different side of your child that you get to see in that circumstance, and I think that's really special.
Yeah. I'm glad I was there because, they had just been told by 500 different people, your son's so special to me. So luckily I saw Rich getting to the front of the line and went over and I was like, just so you know, your son loved this guy. And I said it to both of them. And then Rich, got to say everything he wanted to say. Did you feel like you got to say everything you wanted to say? I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah, as you can tell, I stumble through my words a little bit sometimes. So, no, but I got to the main part of it. So,
Rich is his own worst critic. Rich is a lot better than Rich gives himself credit for.
I bet.
Bayman and I were talking about that too, buddy. But you are coming into your own these days. It's so awesome to see you grow and thrive.
Thanks, man.
Do you know how many people care about you? Like, I don't want to make it a sap fest, but there are so many people that support and care about you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I know. It's pretty amazing. Lots of incredibly talented people that I admire care. So that means the world to me. I appreciate that. I know you're one of them. So
I am. I definitely am. Well, do you have any big plans for St. Patrick's Day tonight? And then there's a whole mess of comments here we'll get through.
Oh gosh, not drink.
Yeah, are you? I don't drink either. I don't know if you don't drink or if you're just not drinking. Oh, speaking of, look at this. We were just saying Knight Rider historians.
Yeah.
So that's where we got those photos from. Those photos are courtesy of Knight Rider historians.
Nice. Thanks, Knight Rider historian.
Sorry, it's Joe. Joe from Knight Rider.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
way,
Great story of destiny. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Oh, look at this. Robbie Retro's here. Shout out to Rich for being an awesome roommate. They were roommates in Orange County for the Atom.
Best roomie ever. Thanks, Robbie.
That was
we saw so much stuff that weekend. It was overwhelming. I'm still processing it, but it's like the perfect person to see everything with. Robbie got it on lockdown,
Robbie likes to keep moving so he can maximize everything. Even at the Goonies 40, it was like when we were all waiting to do blah, 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 he was like, guys, my next thing, guys. And then he would leave early and then he wouldn't go see the Goonies house or whatever because he wanted to go see the movie at the theater or whatever. But he's always got everything budgeted out.
Plan.
Yes, there's no downtime. He's always going. And Rich got to experience that.
Yeah.
You guys went to the Peterson
smooth
Museum,
and
right?
liquid with
That's something Ariel and I know about.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was just incredible, despite all the movie cars, just all the exotic cars I ever wanted to see and only saw in magazines, so it was really cool. And then, it was cool to see the Back to the Future one that you had such a part in. That was just amazing.
Yeah, those guys did a great job.
And they had the Wraith vehicle and
that's cool to me.
Dealers.
That one's cool to me because I think there's only one Wraith left, right? And is it Jeff Dunham who owns it?
Whoa.
Well, he owns a bunch of movie cars at the Peterson, but I think it might be his. But what was that like in person? I haven't been over there yet.
It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It's just so dynamic and kind of a cult classic car, but man, it's so cool. I think it's a little underrated in the movie car world.
So
But
I agree. But I'm new to it. It was Frank, our buddy Frank,
Yeah.
Miata Frank,
Yeah.
Sheriff's Department Frank. He loves that movie. We were talking about movie cars and car movies,
Yeah.
two different things, and he said that was his favorite movie car and car movie. And then so I downloaded it because it was available. Couldn't believe it. Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's weird as hell.
Yeah.
It is. It's weird as hell. It's about street racers, and one of them dies and comes back reincarnated as a car, and on and on and on.
A little bit of a Knight Rider feel.
Yeah, but I agree with Rich that would be probably the highlight for me of what's over there right now,
Yeah.
because I haven't
no,
seen
I
it.
really,
And it's weird.
I really
That's
liked the Blade Runner. They had Deckard's car, and obviously the Wayne's World mobile and the submersible car boat thing from Kingdom of Crystal Skull. That blew my mind because Harrison Indiana Jones sat in it, and that's Kevin and Brandon BC DeLorean's contribution to the museum, which
Both
is
of those
just
cars,
amazing.
belong to them.
Yes, and those guys were just awesome. They hooked me and
Which
Robbie up, and could have been nicer and more hospitable, and wow,
Always.
just awesome dudes. So thank you guys.
those guys are amazing, but it was kind of funny because he's right there. The screen used Mirthmobile, the Wayne and Garth car,
Yeah.
is at the Peterson, but then they also have a replica because they built the replica first.
Yeah.
So they brought the replica down to drive around for the Adam the Woo thing. So they had two Mirthmobiles down here in Los Angeles for a week.
Two for the price of one.
Yeah, and Brandon's attention to detail is really awesome. I just zone in on that. They got the crushed Pepsi cup in the back, and then even the tape. They used a white Queen cassette tape, which I guess you could only get in the UK. And I
Oh
think
my gosh,
they used
because
the
it would have been
black.
clear here.
Oh.
Yeah, so there is
wow.
something about it coming up on film, but they also went out of the way to find this obscure copy just to
Wow.
make it make sense.
Wow.
I appreciate. You got to love that.
I
Wow.
do. I
Yeah,
do.
we do.
What he's building
Yeah.
now in the garage he's a man after my own heart because he's doing the scenes. It's not just the car; it's the backdrop, right?
It's all of it.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so they already have the cars. Now he's doing these really cool backdrops for some of them, and it's really awesome. You know that when Back to the Future first starts and the door opens and it's all the clocks and the cow can machine and all that stuff, they're doing all of that on the bench.
Yeah.
So cool.
So cool.
Yeah,
And
know
that's
they
what
got
I
some
see.
of the set from the music store in Wayne's World when they shut down, but I didn't
They
know
do.
about.
They do. They have the actual music store, the actual walls and set pieces from the actual music store they shot in.
That's
They just
very
happened
cool.
to be in town the week that they were going out of business. And they were showing them all that. They're like, oh, we have all these movie cars. And they're like, oh, look at all the stuff we have. And they're like, do you want that? Yeah, it's for sale. Do you want that? Yeah, it's for sale. Do you want that?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they have
It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
yeah, so their
That's
little
it.
diorama will be basically the actual set.
That's very cool.
So cool. So cool. Rich, I don't want to keep you, man, but let's just get through these comments. I
It's
apologize.
mostly the short circuiting of our feeds.
Oh, no,
They're
really?
they're behind. That's all.
Oh.
Mercury is still in retrograde for a few more
Girl.
days.
Can't wait to go in June. I will see you all there. David Leslie, Robert Scott Club. We definitely missed you, Daryl. Definitely. I actually was kind of surprised. I assumed Daryl shows up places where he just, boom, I'm in so-and-so. And I kind of...
You pulled a
And
Daryl.
he's done it in L.A. before.
Yeah,
That's great.
Already
Daryl's a
stopped.
wily guy. He shows up.
Yeah, he is. Flooding rain. All right. All right. Oh, right. The flooding rain put the volcano out, but now they're...
Yeah,
Right, okay.
that's wild.
Does Nottingham Johnny 5 say, cheerio, bozos? That's hilarious. Good
Oh,
one,
nice.
Jason.
Hey, Ryan. Yeah, that's
Gunnar
Ryan
says,
Howard.
keep feeding stops and starting for me. Long pauses on computer or phone. Just me?
Yeah.
All right. Short circuit 40. Yes. Oh, so that must be Zay from
This
earlier.
Yeah.
Love the Jameson on your desk. Oh, so yeah. So somebody brought this to town or over Nicole's final week. I don't drink. But they apparently did crack into it because
Yep.
it's down to here. I'm
We
guessing it was
needed it.
that night after, I
Yeah.
think, when we were all here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
So, yeah.
I didn't have
Happy
anything.
St. Patrick's Day to everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I love
He's
that you
going to
noticed
finish that bottle. He can't leave it open on St. Patrick's.
Well, but I don't drink. Do you? But do you? So
Yeah,
do
no,
you
no,
drink?
no, no, no.
Do you drink or
Feed it to
no?
the toilet.
Oh, all right.
Ah.
One for my
One for the
homies.
homies.
Not
Yeah,
really.
exactly. One for the homies.
Even the YouTube feed was doing it. Uh-oh, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
No, it's slow all around. Both feeds are behind as well. All right. So this may be a re-upload show. We'll see.
Yeah.
Mercury's still in retrograde. She's right. When she's right, she's
It
right.
is.
We challenge anyone not to cry when they meet Johnny for the first time. I mean, for real. It's going to be so emotional for people. That's not, if you go to Nostalgia Overload, wow. If you go to a Comic-Con, maybe you might meet a Johnny Five, or if you
Yeah.
know someone in the prop building community, you definitely have
For
met
sure.
a
but
number
it's
of
so
Johnny
different
Fives.
than being at the house.
Yes, and Rich, I think, has a lot of things planned for where you'll see things around, and this and Zay from the organization. Rich, can we please plug the organization that Zay belongs to that's putting on the event with you?
Yes, name's Con. Zay is amazing. She does a lot of things with Jim Henson, and she's put together a great event.
Jim
her,
Henson
and
Studios,
the Oregon
probably.
Film
It'd be hard to work with him these days.
Yeah, we're collaborating, putting a great event together. Zay's just doing an awesome job, and we look forward to showing you guys everything this June. It's going to be amazing.
I can't wait. And then apparently, so she's been coordinating all of this from overseas?
I got boots on the ground here, and we go back and forth with things. But yeah, we're just zooming. We're on different ends of the world, but we're making it happen.
That's tough with the time change. They're +8?
Yeah, something like
Wow.
that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
working
I
around
do
the
that.
clock, like literally.
Yeah.
You get real good at the time calculator. I have a website that automatically does that.
Oh,
and
when
it's-
you were doing for ABC, I bet. Yeah,
for
'cause
like
international.
multiple countries, multiple coasts. You're like, okay, who's on what time?
Well, that's even more impressive to me. I'm just so grateful that I'm able to contribute to this one, Rich. I mean, the Goonies one, like they all invited me back up for Goonies because it was a few months after I just met them all. And we all hit it off. So, I kind of went up as sort of this fan of the town of Astoria who was sort of thrown into the mix of this whole Goonies weekend that was happening. And I kind of was like a deer in headlights just going along for the ride. And I also kind of felt like, because I didn't really know and I hadn't done the pre-orders and all the different things that you're supposed to do, I also kind of felt like I was sort of looking in the window of this awesome thing, even though Rich and everybody did a great job at including me and everything. I felt like I wasn't helping.
Yeah.
And this one, we're coming up with ways for me to contribute and help, which makes me very happy, Rich. So anything you need for this, I'm obviously thrilled to be doing panels with you guys, but I'm like, if you need anything else, just like you said, boots on the ground, I'll take tickets, I'll check the lines, whatever you need. I'm here for you, buddy. And all of our other friends are too. You know that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, and gosh, those pictures are so great. Those are, worth their weight in gold. And I hope there's more of those.
Yes,
I
spent last night download. They're all huge. These are they're promo
You're
photos.
talking about it now, and it's literally on the feeds. That's how behind the feeds are.
Oh,
but
weird.
What a weird thing that you literally at the exact time that you just said, "Oh, those pictures are great," whatever it was.
Weird.
Literally exactly on both feeds when you're showing the pictures.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Can't explain that. Can't explain that. But I'm thrilled, Rich, and I spent last night downloading a whole mess of them. So there's, I don't know, at least 20 or so. So I'll make sure that we get them all to you.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're welcome. All right. Let's see. Get to the bottom. I'm blaming the bad feed on the engineer. All right. I don't blame you. Malfunction. Need input. All right. That's sorry at work. Need to bail out. Aloha. Richard. Hello, friend, says Stephanie Pete O'Shafe.
Oh, Stephanie, hello.
Is,
They were, they almost kind of bought the house. They went there a few months before I got it, and they gave me a bunch of pictures that they took of it before I did a lot of work to come in handy.
No kidding. And they were interested in buying the house.
Yeah, well, they saw it. I'm not sure if they were going to be able to make it happen, but they wanted it. But they gave me a great compliment saying I'm doing it justice. So.
Oh, right on. Right on. Well, for them to see it right before you bought it, and for them to see it now, because it doesn't
I'm sure.
The house he bought doesn't look like the Short Circuit
Oh,
house.
I'm
It
very
just
sure.
is the Short Circuit
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
He made it look, again, like the Short Circuit house, which is why people are able to recognize. And now it's an Instagram photo. Now
So
people
smart.
climb that road. It's a hell of a hill. You see that gorgeous view, right, with the bridge in the
Yeah.
background?
Yeah, I'm on the shortcircuithouse.com.
Oh, right on. So you could book a room there if you want.
Yeah.
Richard, is there anything that you want to hit that we haven't hit to promote the event, or anything you want to say at all? I don't want to keep you too long, buddy.
Just keep passing the word along, and the mission is get this new film museum built, and you're going to see what we're going to do to bring, just shake the whole box with what's going on here, bring a lot of new things to film and the museum, and hopefully in the future bring films outside of Astoria that have impact around the state too. So that's our overall goal with this. And anybody looking for a unforgettable, incredible, great time that can be talked about for years, you're gonna want to be in Astoria 6th and 7th. Guarantee it.
Yep.
Don't miss out.
Definitely. And just to be clear, it's the Short Circuit 40th is the 6th and 7th, but there's stuff all week. So come in early, stay late. Support the local businesses as much as you can. Everybody in this town pulls together, especially when these big events happen. Like all of the business owners, they stock up on things and everything. So please, support local businesses as well when you're in town.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jay.
I love you, buddy. I really, really do. I know you know that, but we're at the age where we're losing friends, so I feel the need to say it every single time.
Appreciate it.
Love you. Thanks for all the help, man. I will be busy here continuing to work on this event. We got 2 months and 3 weeks and got stuff to do.
Well, shout out to you, Zay, and ThamesCon, or it could be TamesCon. ThamesCon it could even be, because we're talking about the
ThamesCon,
River
I think it's
Thames over there,
ThamesCon.
probably.
Yes. Shout out to Zay and ThamesCon for sure.
Yes, and everybody at the Film Commission, all our friends there. I am excited to help you with the future. I see this vision, and I want to help you with it.
Thanks, my friend.
All right, buddy. Have a great night.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Stay safe. There he goes. Ah,
It was fun.
it was. Isn't he a good guy?
He's delightful.
He's poor guy's so nervous,
Yeah.
and he thinks he's stumbling through stuff, and I think
No,
he's
he's
doing a
great.
damn good job.
Yeah, he's great. I also just put his Instagram link. That's the best place because the Airbnb link was way too big. So I
Oh,
put
I see, okay.
I
And
put
you
the
can get there.
Instagram link in the chat. Yeah, you can get there in the bio.
There you go. This is a very shortcut. Haircut. Shortcut.
Shortcut.
I got a shortcut.
Short hair circuit.
Yeah, and then I guess maybe it's just because you can see my jaw and I have sideburns again because there's a
Yeah.
line.
It's new.
It's new. I feel very, do I younger or older? I can't tell.
No, I mean you just look like it's
Just
shorter.
different.
I think if you were to shave it all the way off and it was clean faced, it would be more shocking. But I
Yeah.
can still see.
I
the
didn't want it to
shape.
be shocking.
Yeah, exactly. I can still see the shape of your beard.
Right.
It's just that it's teeny tiny.
Right. Yep, that's it. But now I've got looking at all those bat cowls. I'm like, I'm going to
Yeah,
fit
I
into
know.
the bat
Well,
suit.
the angle of this camera is not great, especially when I'm looking down. I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
I gotta do some face yoga.
Face yoga.
Should we start
Just
doing-
smile more, laugh
should we
more.
You're gonna tell women to smile more?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Smile, pussycat. What is matter? Yes. No, I was not. That's not what I meant.
What does matter?
I'm.
And now he's
Why so angry?
He's so angry.
Borat?
You'd be so beautiful if you just smiled more. Fuck off.
Oh.
I'd be more beautiful if I had human rights.
I hope you know that I definitely wasn't.
Yes, no,
saying
I'm just.
that.
It's no. I don't. Well, there's a comment you could read. There you go.
Oh, Mama Fratelli Jeep. No, I don't think we did, Troy, but we definitely will this time. Yes, for
that's
sure.
Troy.
I'll make sure to make that happen.
Fun.
Troy is outstanding. He's got my level eye for detail when it comes to how he's building his Mama Fratelli's Jeep.
Yeah, I love that. Doing a great job.
It really, So for me, it starts with, I'm like a stickler, right? Like
Yeah.
the DeLorean and everything. And it has to start with the right DeLorean.
Yeah.
People who start with a black interior or an automatic or whatever, I'm like, I'm
Foundation.
out. Wrong hood. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, well.
Well, are we out?
Probably should be, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. Thanks to Richard. Follow him at Short Circuit House. I think it's Short Circuit House everywhere.
Yeah.
Or shortcircuithouse.com for the website, right?
Indeed
And it's on
is.
Airbnb if you want to book the place.
shortcircuithouse.com. That'll take you to the Instagram. Richard, you got to put the link to the Airbnb up in here because it's not on there. But that'll take you to the Instagram. Instagram is Short Circuit House. The Airbnb link is on there. So if you look up Short Circuit House, just Google Short Circuit House, you'll find it. And you can also look up Short Circuit House 40th anniversary, but everything is also on. Well, actually, the link to that is not on the website, but just look up.
That
the
one's just
40th
Short Circuit
anniversary.
40, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let me look it up again.
Shortcircuit40.com, I believe.
Short.
Either way, Google will get you there these days. We're all so crazy about the wwws, and it's like just type in anything and Google finds it.
Yeah, it's shortcircuit40.com.
Beauty. Thanks for hanging out with us. We weren't even sure we were going to do a show today.
Yeah, and we did.
And we did.
Here we are.
I know. I hope it was all right. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
No.
For once, everything looks good here. What's
Mercury's
up?
drunk.
Hello. So he was here too. He was there too that
great.
that Goonies weekend. Michael Christopher
Love it.
staying at the Short Circuit House with me. In fact, we both stayed there together one night. Not
roomies.
together, separate rooms.
Come on. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Is there anything else? We think we'll be back next week. That's the plan.
We'll see.
There are a number of people who want to guest, so it's just a matter of putting it together. Bless you.
Thank you.
Was that a sneeze?
It
for
was.
real?
I just didn't do it in the camera, and I should not hold in my sneezes. That is not good
Bad
for
for
me.
you.
I'm getting too old for that shit.
Yeah, smile. What is man? Yeah,
What is better with you?
Pussycat is holding in sneeze. It's like stifling a yawn. You're
Yeah.
all right. Well, how do people follow you? Babes and Classics?
Babes and Classics and Birds and Bees Don't Fuck Without the U. And we are going live at 5 tomorrow on YouTube. It is pre-recorded, but I'm going to be up in the chat. So
I like that.
See you there.
I like that. That way you get to, it's like a watch party. You can hang out with them, right?
It's exactly what it is. And it was so fun. Last week was the first week that I did it. And it was just so much fun being in the chat and talking with everybody and not having to be on and manage chatting. Like, we just got to chat in the chat, and it was super fun. So
Yeah, I know what you mean when you don't have to actually host the show.
yeah, or listen to it wherever you get your podcasts.
Love it. And then same thing over here. Porsche Live 111. Late night playset, but you probably already know that by this. If you're in the LA area and a car person, Good Vibes Breakfast Club. Otherwise, Blockbuster Year. Follow a Blockbuster Year. Tomorrow, we are going to do an Adam the Woo Memorial recap. Robbie Retro is going to be with us. World of Micah is going to be with us. Obviously, Brandon BC DeLorean, who we talked about all night here, will be with us. Wolfmobile, they're going to be talking about Teen Wolf and riding the Wolfmobile. First time they were doing, you remember Teen Wolf riding on top?
Yeah.
So they're surfing the van all over the actual streets where they shot the movie in Pasadena. Going to be talking all about that tomorrow night,
Fantastic.
6 p.m. live on a Blockbuster Year. I think
So
that's
come on over, watch Birds and Bees Don't Fuck, and then you can go right over to a Blockbuster Year.
See?
Your night is taken care of.
That's right.
Good times.
Sex and a show.
That's right. Sex and a movie. Which, to be fair,
Netflix and chill.
do sex first. Here's your pro tip for the day. Do sex first.
Oh,
then
that way
do
you
the
don't miss the
activity.
movie? Is that the idea?
Well, yeah, then you do the activity, whether it's going to dinner, watching a movie, going to the
then
park,
you're even
doing
closer
whatever.
with the... Yeah, but what about the anticipation of, later?
I mean,
There's that whole...
that's where all the planning comes in. You get the anticipation leading up to the moment, and then you get to play and have sex and have fun and enjoy that, and then you're not thinking about it while you're doing the other thing, especially when it comes to dinner. Because when you're going to dinner, then you're like, I don't want to drink too much. I don't want to eat too much. I can't eat this food. I might have gas. I might do this.
Shit, I
can't
mean,
do
you...
that.
Frig, I thought I was going to disagree with you, but that's a really good point, because then you would really enjoy the steak and the asparagus and whatever the heck else that you're not thinking about. I know, but okay.
You
all right,
enjoy
I
both
see.
of them more when you play
okay,
first,
yep.
and then
What do I know? Look, you've
indulge
looped
later.
me into another one of these things. Here we are talking about it.
Sorry.
Damn it.
Not sorry at all.
We love you at home. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Late Night Playset.
Love you.
Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Take care of yourselves and each other. We love yourselves and each other. Whatever.
that isn't.
All of it.
Oh, tight 90. I love a tight 90.